Hi, I'm Nick Glenn, and this is Group 1's Exercise 3 assignment. So, Exercise 3-1 was evaluating data quality. And here we have 6 factors that contribute to this, and they are accuracy, completeness, relevancy, validity, timeliness, and consistency. So, the first part was to choose 2 of those factors and describe how they would affect our chosen business. So, the first one we chose was validity. That's the process of checking the integrity, accuracy, and quality of data before it is used for a business purpose. So, the way they can affect our data is maybe some data will only have numbers with no labels, might be hard to look at. And then maybe some data was not about our specific topic. For example, we're looking at emissions for ExxonMobil, but some of the data comes up with stock prices, which is irrelevant. The second factor we chose was timeliness, and that's the time expectation for accessibility and availability of other information. So the way that could affect our projects is that some data may be too outdated to use. And then with a changing landscape, such as emissions for ExxonMobil, it's necessary for our data to be constantly and consistently updated. So now we move on to how to measure these 2 quality factors. For validity, we can compare different data sets to see which ones are the most thorough. This will require a data hygienist to clean through the data that is not very relevant and or missing. For timeliness, we essentially go over the dates at which the data set covers. It's important to have an understanding of which dates are relevant and irrelevant and the inquiries that you may have. So our data quality improvement plan is as follows. It's quite simple. First, we want to acquire the data. Then we want to check the dates and the sources where it came from to make sure it is up to date and it covers the topics that we want covered. Then we're going to filter out the data that does not make sense for us to use and then continue to repeat that process. Exercise 3-2 was understanding data characteristics and distribution. So we're looking at 3 different kinds of graphs on SAS file. The first one is details. This is data types that display varchar or are considered categorical, while data types that are considered double are considered quantitative. So we come down to the type section. Varchar here, 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 and here is categorical, but this double is quantitative. Next, we move on to sample data. And an observation we made from here is that it is missing some data from 2005 to 2008. You can see the different kinds of greenhouse gases that are being emitted since 2009, but there's some missing data up here. Profile data about the same thing. And then we have a data distribution. We can see the net greenhouse gas emissions from ExxonMobil worldwide from 2005 to 2020. And then the volume of air pollutants emitted by ExxonMobil. So this breaks it down into what are the types of emissions that are coming out: sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, and volatile organic compounds. As we can see over here, there's a slight decreasing trend. If they want to reach their goal by net zero at 2050, we're definitely going to need to bring this down more over the next few decades. And that is the end of this presentation. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in.